From Los Angeles, California, by way of Zapopan, Jalisco, Mexico, introducing Christian Robles!
Welcome back, MarvNation, the Vivacious Vanessa Martinez. And I am here with Christian Robles, who's making his appearance April the 2nd at the Derby Room in Pomona, California. Christian, thank you so much for being here with us today. Now tell me, Christian, how do you feel today?
I feel amazing. Weather's great. So I feel really good. But as far as my fight, like I'm super prepared for it. I'm always ready, always training. I think in the last interview I said like I'm always in the gym. So it's just like I put him in my best every training camp. But this training camp has been going really well. I'm sparring top people. So you'll see the best version of me come April 2nd. We're going for my 7th victory. So super happy.
It's not your first time here with MarvNation. We're excited to have you back. Now tell me, what weight do you fight at?
I fight at the flyweight division. It's the 112 pounds. I'm looking to compete in this for the next couple of years. If everything goes right, maybe fight for a world title at 108 or 112, whatever presents itself. But just looking for the best fights out there in the next coming years. Looking to be one of the top people coming out of LA and Mexico, of course.
That's right, representing.
Of course.
Now tell me, at 112, who is it that you look at for future opponents?
I really want to fight Martinez one of these days. Much respect to the champ. I think he still has the belt at 112. And that's what I would like to chase in the near future. But much love to the champ. It's just, you on my radar, bro.
That's right. There you go, Martinez. And I know he had an exceptional, performance against Chocolatito a few weeks ago. And is that something that you watch just to kind of study your future opponent?
To study? No. I you know what? I watched it as a fan. And I was just more amazed at Chocolatito, no disrespect to Martinez, but it was just like the different in levels and everything. He really put on like a master performance. And it was a lot of things I learned from. So I stopped being a fan at one point during the fight. I was just like, yo, this is nice.
Yeah.
And then I was actually in his camp against when he fought Yofai.
Oh, nice.
So it was a lot of times when I was watching the fight, I was like, yo, he did this against me. Oh, this is how he did it. And it was cool being on the outside just watching the fight. He's an extreme fighter.
That's amazing. And that's what this sport is about, right? Just watching. Because like we said, not a lot of the times you see them as your opponents. You kind of see them as friends because you start growing. Boxing is such a sport where it's so big, but yet so small. Everyone knows each other. You never know when you're going to get that call to spar Martinez, before you get prepared. You never know in this sport, and that's the beauty of it. Now tell me, why did you get into boxing? What led you there?
Oh, that's a long story, but I'm going to make it short. I didn't grow up as a lot of fighters with their parents wanting them to box or putting them in the gyms. As far as I know, my dad actually hated the thought of me in a boxing gym. My mom still does, of course. But my uncles boxed out of Lincoln Park in East LA. Oh, nice. And as kids, they would get on their knees and, we would box.
Yeah.
But they would just beat me up. But it was always cool. And I have a younger brother who, me and him always fought throughout the years. So I always had that little dog in me to fight, right?
That's right.
And then we saw this free week trial when I was a freshman in high school at this MMA gym. And I, told my mom I really want to try it out. They had me throwing kicks at a bag. Shout out to Centerline Gym. But it was it was my introduction into the combat world. Yeah. And then I had my first amateur fight 2 years in, which is when I moved into wildcard. And I was like, I just want to be pure hands. It's this is what I want to do. And I just fell in love with it. I like fighting more than anything. I'm a nice person though.
Whoa, what a story, to know that you went from a free trial.
Yeah.
To now training at Wildcard Boxing.
As a pro, that's crazy.
As a pro, how does that feel?
It feels amazing. As just a flashback, I really just want to inspire other people throughout my journey. That's one of my big reasons. Of course, it's selfish, it's for myself, for my family, provide a better future. But along the way, I want to inspire the kids. I'm always willing to help out. Just the other day, this kid, he doesn't have a trainer. He's not, he's 18, 19, right? Yeah. But he's good.
Yeah.
He doesn't have no fights and he wanted to spar. And it just brought me back to when I was in his shoes and I had to spar a pro for the very first time. And it was it was a learning lesson, but it was very humbling and it was very inspiring. I remember this guy just asked for a picture after. And it was just so cool to see the tables turn around. And I just want to continue doing that.
And we talked about this, Chris, previously when we were just here a couple minutes ago. when we talked about how this is a poor man's sport.
Yeah.
So you saying those kind words about this young boy who's coming up, who sees you, you know, looking up. Well, he looks up to you.
Yeah.
He looked up to you. At one point, you looked up to someone too.
Of course.
Who was that person that you looked up to?
Alejandro Perez, super grateful for you, man. I was going home on the metro every day with pain in my body, but I was super excited to spar. Cesar Martinez. There are a lot of guys that unfortunately didn't make it too far, but you know, they're the ones, or also Ray Beltran. Okay. You know, I grew up when my first 2 weeks at Walcart, and I would just see pros, and you realize this is my first time in a real boxing gym because I grew up in an MMA gym. So it was like, to me, they're all world champion and famous and stars. So I was just like, wow, this is so cool. And the fact that I got to spar one of them and get them ready for their fights was just super cool. And so I owe it a lot to them, you know, for in a way keeping that motivation in me as I was going through it.
Keep going.
Yeah, because it was tough.
Now, is there anyone you want to thank in particular for your career?
You know what? To be quite honest with you, I want to thank myself. Like, and as selfish it is, like I'm the one showing up to the gym. I'm the one who put myself right after high school and in college to show up on the metro. I would take 2 hours to go to Walcart from Long Beach all the way back home, do my homework on the train. Like, it was tough, but all those decisions were me, myself. And of course, there's been plenty of people along the way that I'm super grateful for, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be here without them. For example, you know, Marvin, my coach, Loma, my manager, my mom, my dad. You know, my dad was the first one to take me to the gym. My mom was the one who showed me on the metro, this is where you got to get off. Like, there's so many people along the journey, everybody who comes to my fights and buys the tickets, you know, like, I'm grateful for all you guys, and I really wouldn't be here without y'all. But, like, I just want to get a message out to everybody, like, you got to be the one putting in the work, because at the end of the day, like, it's your career, and it's going to benefit you because of your actions. What you do today is going to affect you tomorrow. And like, once again, I just want to inspire someone else. And I think about this all the time. Like, yo, what I'm doing today is going to affect me 10 years down the road.
That's right.
And so, like, I'm proud of myself. It's just like a moment. It's not like it's not that I'm super grateful for myself. I'm just like, I'm really proud of myself as a young kid that didn't know anything. If you look back at the videos I had, wow, it was crazy. You know, so I'm just really proud of myself, and I'm excited. I'm excited for the road. You know, I'm literally enjoying the journey.
And that's the beauty of all of this.
Yes.
That you're right. It takes a lot of dedication. And I've mentioned this so many times, to be able to wake up. If you didn't do it, no one will do it for you.
Who will do it for you?
So that what, you know, that for that reason is why, yes, you should be proud of yourself. You're doing great. And this is only the beginning of so much more that is in store for you. Now tell everyone, where can they follow you on social media?
A couple places, actually. Instagram, I think it's Christian.Robles, and then TikTok, ChristianJ.Robles. And then I just launched the new website. If you guys want to come support me, you can get one of these shirts.
Nice.
Robles, ROBLES, BOX.com. My name was taken up, so I had to go a different route. But if you guys like a little anime, I got a couple of designs I'll be popping out. But really appreciate all you guys' support. I'll see you guys come April 2nd, 7-0. I'm always willing to put on a show. You know, I'll put it all in the line. At the end of the day, like, I enjoy being in there more than anything else. So, excited to see you guys.
Awesome. So, there you have it. April 2nd, Pomona, California, the Derby Room. If you haven't gotten your tickets, you need to get your tickets. You can get them today. MarvNation.com. You don't want to miss
Not at all.
The show that Christian Robles is going to put on.
7-0. Let's go.
Let's get it.